Hello everyone, this is Rajiv Kohli and welcome back to our channel The Teacher, and in this tutorial I am going to show you that how you can create a responsive easy animation in PowerPoint 2016. So as we have this scene here, and here is a switch right over here, and if you turn on the switch, then the character and the hairdryer will start animating. As you can see that hairdryer start moving and blowing air waves, and the backside here of the character start moving in the air, and the character closed her eyes and mouth, and if I turn off the switch, then the hairdryer stop moving and the character open his eyes and mouth, and the hair get back to their original position. So let's see how we do this. So here we have 3 slides in which we are animating this entire scene. On the first slide, if I open the animation pan, then you can see that there is no animation on the first slide. Then the character and the hairdryer start animating on the second slide, and then we have the third slide where we will loop the animation between the second and the third slide when you will turn on or off the switch. One more important thing that I will like to tell you, that if I open the selection pane from the home tab, here you can see all the objects that I have used in this presentation, and I have used shape tool to draw all these characters on the presentation using different shapes. And on the second slide, here you can see a group called face and body, but if you see the second slide, then you will notice that there are more objects than the first slide. That is because I have ungrouped the face and body in the second slide to animate the mouth and the eyes separately, because you can't animate group objects separately in PowerPoint 2016. So I have to ungroup the face and body grouped item that you can see on the first slide. On the second slide, you have to ungroup this to animate the eyes and the mouth separately. On the third slide, you have the same ungrouped objects as on the second slide, so you can animate them separately, just like right closed eyes, left closed eye. Okay, now we will start animating this, and for that, first of all, let me show you that on the first slide what you need to do. You have to select this switch, then go to the insert tab and then click on action button, and here you need to apply action setting on mouse click and then hyperlink that to next slide, and our next slide will be slide number 2. On the second slide, we have another object here which is called air waves. If you open the selection pane, then you can see that we have this object on the second slide, and that is not available on the first slide. So you have to draw this shape on the second slide, and here we have ungrouped all the items, and on the back side here we also have this anchor point that you can see in this circle. If I change the fill color, then you will start seeing that fill circle here. Let me take it to front of all the other objects that you can see here. This circle is an anchor point to this here, because I want this to move on this anchor point, and you can see that in the back here group object, here we have that anchor point. So on the first slide, go to the select the switch and then apply action setting on that and set it to move to the next slide when clicked by the mouse. And you have to apply this setting 2 times, one on the background of the switch and second on the button itself. Go to the action, set mouse click, hyperlink to the next slide. On the second slide, open the animation pan, and here you can see all the animations that I have applied on this second slide. So I will delete all of these and we'll start animating everything from the beginning. So first of all, we will animate the switch, that button, and for that I will apply motion path. Go to the animations tab, click add animation drop down button and choose more motion path and apply right motion path. Hit the OK button and then adjust the motion path length. Here that will be fine. Set it to play with previous with the duration of 0.25 seconds. Okay, now for the back here, what I need to do, I need to spin this back here click on the spin effect, set it to play with previous, but this time I need to apply a delay timing of 0.10 seconds, and for the duration I will apply a duration of around 0.10 seconds as well. So open the back here, and here you need to set the rotation degree to 60 degree counterclockwise. Hit the OK button. OK, and again select the back here, and this time again apply the spin effect, set it to play with previous with a duration of 0.25 seconds. I think 1.0 second will be enough, with the delay timing of 1.0 as well. Open the effect option, set it to auto reverse and repeat until end of the slide. Hit OK and set the rotation degree to 15 degree clockwise. Hit the OK button. When you will turn on the switch, so the hair will move to 60 degree counterclockwise, then they will start looping between 15 degree up and down. So the next thing we need to animate are eyes and mouth, and you can also notice that we have more objects here on the second slide which were not available on the first one. Those are the closed eyes and the closed mouth. Okay, so first of all I will hide both of the round eyes and the opened mouth, and for that select the left eye, hold down the shift key, then select the right eye and then the opened mouth. Go to the add animation drop down button and apply disappear, set it to play with previous with a delay timing of 1.0 second. That's it. And then we need to animate the closed eyes and mouth. And so select the left closed eye, and you can also take the help of selection pan, and you can select the objects right from here by selecting the left eye, hold down the control key, then click on the right eye and then click on the mouth closed, and go to the animations tab, click add animation and apply appear effect. Set them to play with previous. Okay, now we need to animate the hair dryer, and for that I will add the motion path. Go to more motion path and apply right motion path and set the motion path length. Okay, that will be enough. Set it to play with previous with a duration of 0.25 seconds. I think a short duration will be enough, and for that I will apply 0.07 seconds with the delay timing of 0.10 seconds. Open the effect options and turn off the smooth start and let it to end smoothly with auto reverse and repeat until end of the slide. So let's see the slideshow. From the first slide, when I will turn on the switch, the back hair will start animating, the hair dryer will start moving, and the character will close his eyes and mouth. Okay, on the second slide, the next thing we need to animate is the airwaves, and for that I will apply fade in effect, set it to play with previous with the duration of 0.25 seconds, and open the effect option and set it to repeat until end of the slide. And I also want to apply another effect on this airwaves, and that will be grow shrink. Set it to play with previous with the duration of 0.25 seconds. Open the effect options, set it to auto reverse with the grow shrink rate of 125% and set it to repeat until end of the slide. Okay, let's see the slideshow. And here I turn on the switch. Okay, that's fine. So finally we need to apply the action setting on the switch again, but before that what you can do, you can duplicate the second slide just like this. Let me delete this one, and on the second slide select the switch and click insert action and apply mouse click hyperlink to next slide, and that will be slide number 3. Hit the OK button and apply the same action setting for the button as well, hyperlink to next slide. So on the third slide, let me delete all these animations, or you can let this switch animation remain here and delete all the rest of the animations. For the switch animation, what you can do, you can click on the animations tab, click effect options, tell PowerPoint to reverse the path direction. As you can see that on the slideshow, it will automatically reverse the path direction. Okay, as you can see here. However, it shows starting point here and ending point here, but if you click on an empty area of the slide, then you can see that it has reversed the path direction. That's what we need here. So the switch position should be right here, and for that what you can do, if you will move the switch, then it will also move the path. So before moving the switch, what you can do, you can click the effect option and then click on locked and then move the switch right here. You have to match the switch location according to the motion path you have set on the second slide, and the path is ending right here. So you can also turn on the guides to make the exact position here. Set the guide just right on the ending position, and that will be just right here. On the third slide, you have to move the switch just near to that guideline, just right here. Okay, that's fine. So on the third slide, you need to animate a few things. You can make this airwaves disappear. Click add animation and apply disappear effect, set it to play with previous, and then what you need to do, you need to apply the disappear effect to the closed eyes and the mouth. Add animation, set it to disappear, set it to play with previous. Okay, now you need to make these opened eyes and mouth appear. Add animation, appear, set it to play with previous. That's fine. And finally you need to apply hyperlink again to the switch, set it to go to the previous slide when clicked, and set this action setting for both the background switch and the switch on top. Set it to play with previous slide. Okay, here we have all the animations and hyperlinks. So let's see the slideshow from the first slide. Here we have the first slide, and when I will click on this switch, PowerPoint will advance to next slide, and here we have all the objects animating, and if I will turn off this switch, then it will reverse back to the second slide. So in the end, the animation will start moving in the second and the third slide. So before I finish this tutorial, let me tell you one more important thing here, that when you apply action settings and someone click outside the action setting area, just like on this empty area of the slide, then your slide automatically advances to the next slide. And if the users again start clicking, then the slideshow will end, and that is not what you want. So to avoid this, what you can do, you can select the first slide, then hold down the shift key and select the last one, go to the transition tab, and here I don't want any timings, because we need to animate this entire scene using the action setting alone. So we don't want any timings here, so I will uncheck both of these options. If you have checked the after, then what you need to do, you need to uncheck both of these options. If the user see the slideshow and start clicking on an empty area outside the action setting area, then PowerPoint will not advance to the next slide, and that will make the user click on the hyperlinks alone. So I hope you will find this tutorial informative and interesting. Let me know by leaving your valuable comments in the section below, and if you have learned something new from this tutorial, then don't forget to like and share this tutorial with your friends. Subscribe to our channel for more upcoming tutorial videos. Thanks for watching and take care.